Okay, it's cool.
Hey guys, welcome to SketchUp Live.
Hello. My dog's here too.
Oh,
He's just come in to say hi, though. He's already leaving. He's
ooh,
completely not interested in this.
that happens sometimes. Yeah, sorry about that, Roberto. We start with no sound to make sure everything's working well. That way, if there's problems, we can scream and yell and worry without you guys having to hear it.
Yeah, you won't know that you need to be worrying as well, right?
That's right. We let you worry after the broadcast starts. How's everybody doing? Everybody have a great Thanksgiving or time off, however that worked out for you?
Wait, Thanksgiving? We've been back since Thanksgiving,
Have we?
I think. I think we're back a week after.
Oh. Everybody have a good weekend?
Hi. Maybe just shorten the whole thing.
Oh boy. Awesome. We're gonna get started in just another minute or so here, guys. Jody and I are both in sunny yet snowy Colorado. Where are you guys calling in from?
So I've discovered, well, this is not a discovery. Okay. So since the snow came, we had to go back out and redouble our efforts to go look at Christmas lights, because Christmas lights are better with snow. And I wonder, in places that just don't get snowy around Christmas time, I mean, how sad are the Christmas lights in your town? I don't even understand Christmas in Australia. Seattle.
Netherlands, India, Miami, Costa Rica, all over.
Going to find the forum post.
Yes.
Is everybody aware today? Yeah, obviously they're here, right? Because oh no, maybe not.
Well, the people who are here are here.
Oh, good point. Nice. Now, I'm just wondering if everybody's aware that we're finally modeling that so often requested.
It is true.
Hour.
All right. Hey, guys. Welcome to SketchUp Live. My name is Aaron. I'm going to be the guy making and modeling stuff. And we're lucky enough to have with us today Mr. Jody the Great Gates as the voice in our ears.
I've had many people say something about me was grating, but not great.
Great at dad jokes, great at puns. I'll give you that. It's something.
I'm going to actually pick up a drum kit. That's what I asked for Christmas. So whenever I make a joke, I can just do it myself.
Oh, that's production value right there. That's
yeah.
Next level. So yes, today we are going to be, and I'm probably, you guys correct me if I'm wrong with this pronunciation, with my uneducated American pronunciation, the Burj Khalifa, I think. But yeah, the tallest building in the world as of right now. So it's going to be a good one. It's going to be a big one. This is going to be fun. This is going to be exciting.
I just looked it up. I don't know why I didn't do it sooner. Since I looked up what Burj meant, which is tower, Khalifa means, it's a title, and it means successor, ruler, or leader. So this is the leader tower, or tower leader.
Thus the tallest building in the world. So, I mean, as far as, from what I've heard, the way towers judge success is straight up by height, and that's it.
It's pretty low bar? High bar? I don't even know.
I got some issues up here. Hold up.
Right now, I'm still looking at your picture. You need to turn on your backdrop for me.
We got a second. I gotta fix my overhead. All right, there we go. That's close. I don't know how that got bumped. That's like far away from me. I do things. Things happen. All right. So yeah, it's been a while. It's been a couple weeks. So we're excited to be doing this. And I want to let all of you guys know, I'll probably remind you again a couple times during the stream, but we have a brand new plan for streaming in 2021. It's going to mean more streams, like more regular streaming, and a little more control over the content we put out. And this is a cool thing. We actually have a calendar published in our forum, which will tell when we're streaming and what we're streaming all the time. So Jody can actually share that. If you want to find it on your own ever, you just go to forums.sketchup.com. And if you go to our happenings section of the forum, just change the category in the top left, it'll be pinned to the top in there. But yeah, so we're going to try to we're ready to commit. We've been doing this for a couple of years now, and we're willing to commit now. We're going to commit to it, a calendar, a schedule. All right.
I found the link.
All right.
I went and looked and I found it.
Here it comes. Yeah, so if you check that out, we'll be updating that calendar every couple of weeks or so. We already got January pretty firmly committed. We don't have we actually need some ideas from you guys with another, assuming this goes well today, think about another building that you think, or landmark, or something big, something significant that'd be a fun way to start off the new year with the SketchUp model. All right, enough talky, more clicky. All right, let's hop in here. I have one main image that I'm going to model from. If you guys have ever looked up this building on Wikipedia, it's like one of the main images. Not image, it's more of a plan kind of thing. So I'm going to go ahead and import that. I'm just going to import desktop. Here it is. All right. So this is the thing we're going to build. As far as SketchUp models go, this is not like too nuts. This is actually going to be a fairly smooth model, I think. We have some fundamental stuff we got to cover, though. We got to figure out, first and foremost, we got to scale this. And then we got to figure out, we have the profile, the shape of each of these floors, each of these levels. See, each tier consists of multiple levels, which is cool. That's going to be easy, no problem. What we got to do is figure out how big something in here is. So, sorry, I'm getting caught between comments and talking.
Which comment are you looking at? The Tuesday comment?
Yeah, Ashley was asking this to be on Tuesdays, but yeah, Jody got it.
Yeah,
Wednesdays.
It's on Wednesday, so I'm not sure what's going on.
Is there some place in the world that it's Tuesday still right now? I feel like we're
Not
on
here.
the tail end of the
West
international
Coast is
date time.
behind us, so maybe. No.
Okay, so here's question number one. This is where we need your input. Who's got, I know Jody already looked this up, so this is more of a test. This is to get you guys warmed up. Who's got the overall height of this entire structure? Who's got that? I guess I should have had some filler prepared to throw out.
Okay, and silence.
Nope, we're sitting here in silence, so you guys tell me. Sorry.
No, I hadn't seen this image. This is this thing you posted is curious. I'm also not seeing what your screen looks like, except on a delay like everybody else. So
hold up. The special sneak peek, Jody. The 10 seconds before everyone else. There we go.
Nice.
All right. Just when you think you got it down.
Bunch of answers in meters. Weirdos.
All right, so I have an option. Somebody already did the conversion for me. All right, so yeah, we got that overall height. Now here's my next question. So I got this image right here. So what I could do, I can't do any kind of photo matching like this because it looks like it's an isometric, but also there's nothing on here that's 90 degrees to itself. So I can't really get a good scale out of this using any tricks with match photo or anything like that. What I need to do is get a dimension somewhere on here. So what I could do is I could come in here and put a line from the peak, the top, down to wherever I think the bottom is. And the issue with going to the bottom, though, is if I come straight down, because I'm angled, it's not like just drop it straight down until it hits a line. I'd have to think about where these three pieces come together. Oh, here's what I could do. If I draw, I don't know, this is going to be a little janky, but it's going to get us close enough. So if I draw a line from here to here, and I draw another line from here to here, see how close that lines up to the center. That's pretty close. So it's kind of a 2D trying to figure where those two pieces line up by going from middle to middle. It'll be good enough for what we're going to do. We're going to end up...
try, it's going to be fine.
Trust me, I know what I'm doing. Oh, that's a lie. I'm winging it. But in all seriousness, I think we're going to end up playing with heights a little bit once we get our geometry in here. I looked, and one of the things I could not find was anything that said how tall these floors are. You can see in here, it looks like there's a pretty even division one to the next. So we could come up with an approximate number to play with, but I was kind of wondering if we're going to end up having to do some scaling or moving around once we have all of our tiers in place. We'll see. For right now, I'm going to group together my image and my single line there, my full height line, make that into a group, go into that group and grab the tape measure and go from here down to here and tell it that is 829.8 meters. Yes. Ooh, that is significantly larger than what I had up there earlier.
Oh.
Look at little tiny Sumele next to that big building. All right, I'm going to delete Sumele just because I don't want to lose her. I'm going to grab this image and slide over. What I want to do is, since all of my profiles of my buildings come off of the center point right here, see all these tiers have this middle piece. So I want to use that middle as basically the thing that I'm going to stack them on, and I want the center to be the origin. So I want to build everything from the middle of the origin on up. I also just noticed that I have my profiles on. I know I'm going to have a lot of lines and a lot of curves, so I'm going to turn profiles off right now to just speed up SketchUp a little bit. Having those profiles on there means it has to calculate which edge is the edge of what I'm seeing as it moves the building around in orbit, and that can be taxing, especially if you have a large model with a lot of lines. Large is in a lot of lines, not physically big. So turning it off is going to make it run a little more efficiently. All right. Hey, you know what? I don't have this shirt on, but you know what I should do now? Yep, I set it for you guys.
Forum. I gotta check the forum. Just a sec. Here we go. Oh, I'm still looking at the live schedule. Oh, but you know what I can do?
Are those teeny tiny
click the link.
dimensions? That's a lot of information crammed onto a very small drawing. Wow.
And it's still in Queen's units.
So it shows how high it is to certain decks, which is kind of cool. Look like they're fairly uniform sizes. No, they don't, because it looks like from about 112 up, they seem taller than the... Yikes. Okay. I'm going to start with some shapes. I'm going to get some floors in here. So these are the profiles of the different tiers I have. I want to start with this one. This is the largest one that we have broken out by itself. I have these lower tiers, these 1, 2, 3 lower tiers right here that are underneath this tier. But I'm going to start by drawing this one because I have a nice clean section of it. So when I have something like this, what I'm going to want to do is, this repeats, right? So all I should have to do is draw this section right here, because this section is going to flip over this way, and then it's going to be repeated 2 times around the center. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a line right here, bring it down to where the center is. Then I'm going to grab that line, and rotate it. Option 60 degrees, and then again, option 60 degrees. All right, so this is what I have to draw, is half of this. So what I'm going to do, let's see, if this comes out like this, it goes to about here. Then I'm going to take this line and divide it to 4 pieces, and then I'm going to put an arc on here.
So I found on the Wikipedia page for this, there's like a little animation showing the progress of it being built, and it shows what the height is at these different floor levels. So say by level 20, it's 74.8 meters tall. It says the ground level is at 4 meters. So it's already starting, its ground level is already starting kind of higher up.
All right.
Ground level 4, level 2 is 12 meters. So we're going to say, yeah, let's go to level 3. Level 3 is 16. So 4 meters per level, it looks like.
Okay, starting at the bottom. All right, so I would take this, I'm going to copy this over 180 degrees. Then I'm going to take that and rotate it 120, 2x. All right, so now I have that first profile piece. I'm going to take that and make it into a component. I'll call it tier. How do you spell something incorrectly when you have it on your screen 6 times in front of you? That's practice, my friends.
It's when you're looking at your keyboard to type. That's when it gets tricky.
Yeah,
right? You're not looking at your screen at that point.
Well, that's where the letters are. Why would I look somewhere else when I type? Oh, I took a typing class in middle school, and I didn't get along with my teacher very well. We had different philosophies on how one should learn to type. She believed that we should learn it, and I believed that the letters were there and I should just look at it. All right, I'm going to copy these guys over here for later. I'm going to use them in a second. Right now I want to come back over to this one right here, and I want to use this profile to get out these lower levels. So I'm going to see if I take this, option. Okay, that was the first thing I wasn't sure of, is if that piece of the plan was in scale to everything else. Looks like it is. And then we can build off of this now. So I'm going to right click this. I'm going to make unique. I'm going to do that right now with these two also. I'm going to select this one, right click, make unique, and select this one, right click, make unique. I'm doing that because I know myself well enough to know that if I don't do it now, I will come in and start editing this, and since they're still components, I'll be changing this one too, but not now. Oh no, not now. All right, so if I come in here, take this up like this, come down like, can I go? I'm gonna go like that, and then put another arc to there. All right, and then I'll just take that, flip it around like that, 180 degrees. Now there's a couple ways I could be doing this. For how many times this is, considering it's only 3 times, I'm not going to worry about breaking this up. I was just thinking I could actually make each of these into another component, so I edit it once. But realistically, that's probably more work than just grabbing this, saying Option, copy it here, 2x, and then I'm done. So there is such a thing as over-componenting. It's a sickness that some people have.
I think there's a medication for it, though.
It's alcohol, I think. They take care of that. They treat that. All right, so that looks like that's it. This doesn't have a tier number, so I'm going to go ahead and make this a component. Actually, yeah. Well, I'll make a component because it's already a component. Come over here to entity info. I'm going to call this tier -1. All right, I'm going to grab that, make a copy of it, and stick it right over here on the origin. Whoa, that's really far away. I may have overcompensated my... We can come a little closer. There we go. All right. The next one actually doesn't look like... It looks like I got like... I don't seem to match the profile with this one. So I'm going to go ahead and take this, make it unique again. And I'm going to come in here. I'm just going to use, get rid of all this. All this. Actually, it looks like I will still be using all that, all that, all that, and all that. And I can triple click this line, delete it, triple click this line, delete it. And it looks like this little section still lines up. Oh, no, it doesn't because it comes out there. No, so none of it. All right.
No.
Nothing. I got nothing. So I can really just get rid of everything there. Okay. Really, then all I'm concerned about is that center point. That's really the only thing I'm using out of this existing component. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to come down to here. I'm going to draw an arc down to here. And then another arc out to here. Looks like we got something like this and like this. And then to get a smooth arc that goes all the way across here, because it's across this piece, I'm going to grab this line, this line, this line, this line, and this line. And I'm going to rotate it along this axis. If I click and drag along the axis, I can set that as my axis of rotation. I can take that option, flip it over to right there, because then I can get a nice even arc across both sides, but I'm only going to actually use that much of it. All right, so I'm going to take that option, rotate it over 180. Give me a snap point. There we go.
At least it's mostly symmetrical in most places.
Yeah.
Several places.
Copy that 2 times. Grab that. And again, I don't really have to worry about where I stick this since I have that nice middle point. So I'm just going to set it right over here. And then this one, we do have some, we're going to take off of this same point right here, but everything else seems to change. So I'm going to go ahead and make that unique again. Oops, you know what? I didn't label that last one. Okay, got to be better at that. We're going to call this tier -2. And this will be tier -3.
So basically they went and they took like a logo from one of the different nations or different aliens in Star Trek and took their logo and made it into the profile shape.
It does have kind of a sci-fi, like, yeah, I'm seeing definitely some kind of logo in there for sure. I don't think it's actually what happened, but yeah, I could see where that thought would come from. For sure.
I bet you everybody that works there has a communicator pin shaped just like that, and they can tap it to talk to each other.
Well, now you're just talking total logic, obviously. All right, so we'll get that to there. All right, so now that shape we'll take and mirror this way. We can take that section, and I'll just, actually, no, I cleaned this up first because I already got rid of all those extra lines. All right, there we go. Take that, 2x, and there's our base. All right. I'm going to take that one, stick right here. This is my lowest level. It looks like we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of those. How tall is this guy? What were we saying? How many meters was that? Were you saying, Jody, for the base?
First, the bottom few are 4 meters.
Okay. I'm just going to go with it because it's the best information I got. All right. I'm going to take that. I'm going to offset it. I did leave a line in there for the center point. They're components, so I only have to erase it once. 4 meters. 3x. Where did it say? 4 or 5? 5
meters?
No, 4, how many times? There we go.
So there are, that's right. That's it right there. That's it. Nailed it.
Woo! All right. I'm going to take this guy right here. I'm just keeping that line there because it's easier than inferencing every time. I'll take that, drop it right on top here, and then I'll move it up from here.
Is that only one?
To here, and there's only one of those, and there's only, yes, only one of these. Okay. And
25 minutes in, you get the hard part done.
It's all some direction uphill or down from here. All right, cool. So far, so good. All right, so we can do this real quick right now. I can come in here and I can pull this up to here. Give me a snap point, give me a snap point. Uh-oh. Oh, nope, that's right. All right, let's grab this one. Move that up. Get rid of my reference line. Go this one. Go ahead and pull it. I'll use, let's go 4. Oops. 4 meters, not 4 inches. That will be difficult to see.
Unless you scale the whole thing down.
That's true. All right. So there's our base. Going this way. Oh, but you know what? To make this a little easier, no, I'm just gonna, yeah, I'm just gonna leave it. All right. Hey, that's a great time to save. Oh, also,
do it.
Get that on the screen. There we go. You know, I'm almost at that point again where I'm gonna start raking my hands through my hair because it's time. It is beyond time to get this mop addressed. Mm-hmm. All right. Next one. So this is 1 through 5, 6. Wait, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. If I take this guy, put him. Oh, I got rid of the line, so now I don't have a snap point there.
What? After all that talk about keeping the line.
All right. Well, I got this point for right now.
Are there any plugins that can find center of non-circles?
There is, but the one that I'm thinking of uses the bounding box, which, because of this shape, the bounding box is actually rectangular and not square, so it wouldn't find that. I don't know. It's a good question. All right, so are we sticking with 4 meters right now? Let's see. So I got 11 of these. take that, option copy it to here, X10. Just verify my math real quick. That is 11 of them. Okie doke. Cool. So yeah, so that's here on up. It's going to be hack one of these apart, put it on here, copy. This should go pretty quick, I think.
Yes, a great idea here is why don't you just draw a single line straight up the center, all the way up to its top, and that way you can always snap to that center point.
I like it.
Good thinking, Keggy.
Consider that did, because now I should have a intersection point right there. See, that's why I need you guys. Not for you. I just sit here and do dumb things.
Andy pointed out you can lock it so you don't accidentally move it.
That's even better.
It takes a village
to raise an Aaron.
A global village, though, right? Because these people are everybody's from all over the place.
It is. It's pretty cool. All right, so I like the idea of locking it. That's what I'm trying to do right now, but I can't lock a single line. I do have to put it into a group, and I can't put a single line into a group either. These are the limitations for some reason. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw one more line on the bottom. Then when I triple click, I'll get both those lines lit up. I'll right click, make it a group, and then I will lock that. So now, yeah, now I can't accidentally come in here and get rid of anything. That's good thinking. Good call, good call. All right, let's leave this. Let's get extra in here. I don't know if you guys have noticed this. Nobody's commented, but there are no extensions in my SketchUp right now. I haven't installed, oh, the only thing, I did do a manual install of my software for my 3D mouse. So I did manually pull the 2020 3D connection files over from the plugins folder on 2020 and put them into 2021. Other than that, I haven't put any extensions in. So we're doing this full, like, old school base SketchUp, no extensions. Not for any reason other than I haven't done that yet.
How many times have you said that since 2021's come out? Because didn't that come out like a month and a half ago?
Has it been that long? Wow.
Yeah. Maybe a month. Maybe a month. I don't know. Feels like a month and a half. A month and a half in COVID months.
Oh, yeah. Time's weird. We're going to have this term that just says 2020, which means some amount of time during that year. All right. So I'm going to come in here to face style and flip on X-ray real quick. And I'm just going to chop these off real quick. So here, this guy right here, I'm going to come in here. And I'm going to pull that across like that. I'm going to pull this guy across here. Erase all that. And then this guy right here, I'll just do the same thing. Again, I could copy or edit that one. But man, it's just it's such a simple, quick edit that I'll just edit it, and then I'll take that same geometry, copy it over here. And there we go. We got two more tiers ready. All right.
So at some point here, I think they stop being 4 meters tall.
Okay. You tell me when, because I'm just going to keep moving.
I didn't. Wait, just a minute. I wasn't ready. This is set.
How about now?
I think I'll figure this out. So this animation where I'm pulling this from is like a 240p image embedded in a Wikipedia article, but it is, in my opinion, quite obviously a SketchUp file.
That does happen. I've seem to see that a lot.
I'm going to reach out to Wikipedia and tell them I'm not donating this year because they're using SketchUp renderings.
That makes perfect sense. All right, so it looks like there's 7 copies of this floor, so I'm going to take this.
What floor is that up to then? 17, something like that?
Hold on, I can't say that many numbers in a row. Crap, really, what did I say, 11? 7. We're up to floor 26.
Okay, so at floor 26, just a minute. Uh, at level 28, we should be 100.9 meters above the ground.
All right, so let's see where we're at right now. Hold up. I keep typing in M. I'm obviously doing this in meters. So I'm going to come up here, go into my model info, and just embrace it. Meters. Just make it all meters.
So everybody else in the world will now understand what you're doing.
Yep.
It's good.
I'm at 100 meters right now. What did you say I should be at?
You should be 2 levels higher to be at 100.8 meters.
You know, okay, so here's the question I have. Maybe those of you who are paying attention can help me here. So right here, 1, 2, 3, 4. I got an extra floor. No, maybe not. 1, 2.
So the question is, what do they consider floors in this
4.
video that I'm watching?
I have an extra floor right here. There we go. Grab all this. Shift it straight down 4 meters. All right, so now.
So are those?
I'm at 96. You said 100 point something?
100.8 once you get to 28 levels.
So I'm at 26. Close to that.
All right. You know, I think for the precision we're going for here, you're probably right on schedule. Precision. Your finished building will probably be taller than the official Burj Khalifa, though.
Hey, I got a scale command that will take care of that, like that. All right. I'm going to go ahead and copy this real quick a bunch of times. And then I will take this guy. Nope, not option. I can actually take it. Stick it right there. Get rid of my extra lines now that's in place. And, oh boy. So what's that, 7 more floors?
Now, so when do they start having the sort of the lobe, the rotating lobe?
Oh, nuts. Look what I did.
What'd you do? What did you do?
I made these components, did not make them unique. There we go. There was an extension. Do you remember this? It was called Make All Unique, and you could select a group and say Make All Unique, and they would all become like unique individual things. If you select a group of items and say Make Unique while they're all selected, they all become the same new item. I don't know if that extension's still out there.
I don't think I knew that.
Hey, you learn something new every day. Even you have something to learn, Jody.
All right. That's good. As you know, sometimes I feel like I'm just stuck. So it's nice to know there's somewhere to go.
That's right. I'm going to renumber these real quick right now. Model maintenance, man. Not model maintenance, man. I'm not like calling myself that like some weird superhero, but model maintenance, comma, man. All right, so I'm going to come in here. That's weak. It's a weak. It's not a. He's not a guy who appeals to all people. I'm going to chop off this. That's ready. Actually, I should have done that. I did not do that very smartly, because now that means I got to come into this one and cut this guy off too. I should have copied the one after I did this. Would have saved me those 5 seconds of modeling time. I can never have those minutes back.
You probably don't need them.
It's true.
I mean, there's a couple more coming up here in just a couple minutes.
I just waste them anyhow. All right, so definitely something happening with my arch too. So I'm gonna come in here, maybe drop that a little bit, something like that. Copy that, come in here, edit, paste in place. No, that's not in place. I'm gonna put that back over here. Slide it on over. Take that guy. I've already like stopped doing some of the things I said I was going to do. That was so quick. I gave up on my convictions so fast. I've already lost my center line. I'm gonna come over to these guys. I guess it doesn't matter too much because I can actually place it by this little point. This point stays here until here, so but yeah, like I'm just gonna delete these guys because it's much easier to take this thing once it's done and slide it over and remake it instead. I'll go ahead and grab this. Come on over to here. 2x. And I'll just make this unique and make this unique. So when I do that, I do have to come back here and rename this again to 6, which will tell me that it can't do that because it has to have a unique name. So you can't use the definition name to change to overwrite a different one. I do a couple things here. One is I could go into my components, I could look at my in-model components, find the ones I want to get rid of and delete them, which is probably easier done in the list view because I have a name. So here I could come in and say 5 and 6 and just delete them. The other thing I could do is, if I didn't want to go through there and find them, because I'm going to eventually have a lot of these. So something else I could do is I could click here, right click, explode, and make component again. And then I can call it tier 6, even though there's already one of those, because what it'll do now, it'll say that already exists, but I do have the option to replace. So just throwing that out there for you guys. I got a couple options on how I could handle that. So maybe in this case, I'll just delete tier 7, grab this one and rename that. A little both, best of both worlds. All right, so this one right here, let's come in here. I do still want to grab that and that and that and that. Rotate it. All right. And then on this guy, I guess we could do that again. Rotate that around to get rid of that. And then we have a whole nother level to get rid of here. Go about like that.
Steve D is curious what the difference between an instance and a definition is. Or rather, he says he has no idea what the difference is. I was going to type an answer, but I figured you could make something up.
Yeah, let me address that. Can't talk and click. Yeah, so if I select it right here, it says, what's the definition? So if I come over to here where I have a bunch of copies, let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this X-ray real quick. So here I have 7 of these in the model. So each of these is the same definition. So definition is basically saying the name of the component. Each of these, if I wanted to, could have its own instance. So if I wanted to, I could grab this one right here and I could say this is the 34th floor. Right, so if I pick down one, this one's not the 34th floor, this one's the 34th floor. So geometry inside of components stays linked. So if you have 10 copies, so these 7 copies of this floor are always going to have the same geometry, but if you want to, you can have individual title information in that instance field for each individual component. That's a great question. All right, I'm going to grab my tier 3 now. Let's slide it up and stick it right there. And let's see, how many tier 3? 35, 7. So that seems to be like 7 of each. Maybe that's a thing. All right, I'm going to grab that, and I'm going to option copy up 1, 6x. Remember, when you're doing multiple copies, the first copy is already there. It's how many copies do you want? So if I want 7 total, it's the original plus 6 copies. That was one of those things that just tripped me up so much for so long.
Yeah, because the first one is technically a copy once there are multiple. So then I'm like, well, am I counting my copy?
Oh, I feel like we're bordering on philosophy at that point. Is the original still the original once there's copies? Does it matter anymore? I don't know.
You've seen Multiplicity starring, what's his name?
Michael Keaton?
Yeah, not Alex Keaton.
Batman. You're talking about Batman.
Yeah. Alex Keaton was from Family Ties.
All right, so this time I have 9 copies of this one. So that's interesting. Maybe. I don't know. I heard that there was a tie with the geometry of this. There's actually some reference to like mosque architecture in this, which I thought was interesting. Grab this guy. I also read that it takes months to wash every window on this building.
I would hope they would use something that helps, like use what's that stuff you put on your windshield so that it doesn't get dirty as fast?
Rain-X?
Yeah, and they just do Rain-X on the whole thing.
That's a lot of rain. That's a lot of it's a lot of Rain-X right there. So there's 10 of these. So I'm going to copy this up once and type 9x. It's coming together. This is coming together. I like it. All right, let's grab this guy right here. I'm just getting rid of this line because the realization that I can copy off that point is saving me from having to come back and change that later or erase that later. And we got 11 of those.
So yeah, so I was just wondering on this, like, what you'd think there would be some rhyme or reason to the number of each sort of subset, each definition.
Well, I think there's an engineering type reason, because if something that's shaped like this is stronger than something shaped like this, right? And I think they're kind of giving it like almost a gentle arc like that. So smaller or fewer floors and then larger floors is going to kind of give it a graceful point like that, maybe. I don't know. I'm talking crap. I have no idea, because this one dropped back down to 10 after this one was 11. So it kind of blew my theory out of the water there.
Yeah, I was hoping when we switched, because it was like 9 and then one up from 9. I don't know. Yeah, the fact that it's jumping around is confusing.
All right, I'll put that here and make it unique. I'm learning. I can be taught. So many times that I go in and model something. I was modeling something this week, just a for fun model. And I was doing something and I realized by the time I had finished modeling it, the way I would have gone in to model it was totally different from the way I thought I should model it to start. But by the time I got to that point, my more efficient modeling workflow was useless to me because I had already finished modeling. I really got to find out a way to model things more than once, basically is what I'm saying, I guess.
I feel like SketchUp, the whole purpose for SketchUp for me is that it is part of the troubleshooting process anyway.
That's fair.
So I'm part of, and I guess that's the beauty of it being so easy, is that you do get to remodel stuff and it's usually okay. Because I remodel stuff pretty much every project. I'm like, okay, we're going to redo that part. I could have done that better.
Well, it could be a danger, right? Because really, I could see myself like never finishing a model at some point, like always going back and, in theory, fine-tuning my modeling process to the point that nothing ever gets done.
So both Andy and Kegi are suggesting that we have the wrong number of floors at this point.
That could be. Here's how we could tell. So we should have 86. If I go select all of these, I have 79. Well,
Close. It's really close.
those numbers are less than perfect. All right, yeah, let's check this out. Let's see what's going on here. All right, so the discrepancy I have, my biggest issue right now is I don't really have, I guessed here, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it looks like 4 of these bottom floors, which I got, and then 1 each of these 2 pieces, which puts this one as number 7, which is where this tier was supposed to start out, right?
So we're already off.
Well, no, because if this is tiers 7 through 18, then I have 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yes, and that's where, oh, nope.
Already begun.
So I'm off 1 there.
So I'm going to say that probably it was probably a mathing problem.
I will own that. That one's probably on me. All right.
The nice thing is all you've got to do is select everything above the top and move it up.
So if I select those, that's 17. It should be 18. So I would want to get rid of this guy, grab this one, move it up. All right. So at this point, up to this point, I have 18 floors, which looks like it's correct. Up to the next tier, which would be this one right here, should be 26. So if I select those, I have 24. All right.
There should be 7, and it looks like you only made 5.
I could have mathed that wrong. So I'm going to move that vertically 8 meters. Grab this one right here. Copy it up 2x. Man, you know, when you spend the time and actually make components and do stuff the way you're supposed to, sometimes cleaning things up isn't that big a deal. I was just thinking how painful that would have been if I had actually just had that all as raw geometry. That would have been a drag. That's true. Psh, paper. Remember paper? Oh, we were such fools.
No, never mind. Glad nobody responded to that.
All right, so I'm 1 short on the next floor too.
Yeah, I think it's probably a fairly safe assumption that you are basically underperforming 1 floor per tier.
Let's see. So that now brings us up to 82. I'm at 86. Yeah, so that could very well be the thing. So right here, we grab this. That brings us to 41. We should be at 42. Wow. Hey, if nothing else, I'm consistent. Got that going for me.
That's something.
Yeah, that it is. That's a thing right there. All right, so if I check this, 51 should be 52. Man, I don't know how people design in the real world without 200 people watching them.
Yeah.
That's just my QA team. They're going to be helping me out. If I ever go job hunting, you guys all got to come with me. All right, so now...
Maybe you could just live stream your job hunt.
Riveting entertainment.
The audience, can I phone a friend?
Can I phone a couple hundred friends? All right, so yeah, off 1. Was this math? Did I math wrong? Did I?
Yeah, I think what you're doing is you're basically forgetting to count the original floor each time. You're just doing the difference.
Yeah.
Sort of like whenever you...
Like the thing I was just saying I'm doing wrong?
Yeah. Well, it's sort of like when you do an array.
Yeah.
Or move copy.
All right. But we got it straight now. Fortunately, fairly easy fix. Somewhere my arc broke here too. See that? I don't like that.
Aww. Again, though, components.
Yeah. I think
FTW.
they really are maybe one of my favorite parts about SketchUp. If I use them right. When I use them wrong, then they're one of the most irritating pieces. All right, so that puts me at 86. Correct. That's where I'm supposed to be. All right. Thanks, guys.
And so there'll be 11 of these. Oh, you
Awesome.
should save.
That's an excellent idea as well. Here's my broken arc. That's going away, so I don't have to worry about cleaning that up anymore. All right, so I'm gonna take tier 8, copy it over here, make it unique, and call it tier 9. See, I'm gonna have like a production line workflow in place by the time I'm finished, and it won't matter anymore.
There's 12 per, not 11.
Yeah, maybe you guys just need to do the math for me, and then.
Damn it! It's chips. Jeez. You know, I eat just a couple of chips. They're very crunchy chips, though. They're kettle chips, so they're extra crunchy.
They sound fantastic.
I'll hit the flip and mute button then next time. Jeez.
You just got to bring enough for the whole class, Jody. It's not that big a deal.
It's just like watching, like you go to the movies, right? And you got popcorn, and you're just like, this is amazing. I just gotta, and you absentmindedly start crunching on stuff. I didn't even have any chips in here. I don't know where it came from.
All right. So now to test this, I should have 98 floors total. What am I doing wrong? Okay, hold up.
12 per tier, not 11.
Oh, come on. 78. Oh, because you got to include the one. Okay, I got what I'm doing wrong. I'm not including the actual number of the floor. I'm counting one up from, yeah, anyhow, we're good. Whew. Things are hard. Okay, I'm going to make this unique. Call it tier 10. Grab this. $4 meters. Grab that, throw that up here. All right. Now I'm all terrified, like.
We're gonna have that dramatic pause every time you do a new one. We'll say, "Okay, could somebody just check my math?"
Right. Yeah. Like saying the word axes or axis. I'm like, I can't say it without stopping and going, yeah, 110, 110. We're there. I feel traumatized. I'm gonna have to take some time off. All right. So for this one, so we have some new, fresh, beautiful geometry here. So I'm going to go like this, and I'm going to create an arc that goes from here to here. If I get rid of this. I've already committed to this little line right here, so I gotta stick with it.
Do it.
All right, there we go. Tier 10, I'll take tier 10, slide it over here, make it unique, and call it tier 11. And while I'm at it, I'm gonna do nothing else. All right, I'm gonna take this, put it up 4 meters. Grab this guy. Guess I should have left that line there. Here, just do this. This will make it easier.
I'm sorry that I didn't mean for that laughter to just burst out like
it was totally well placed. That was not how that was supposed to go. Let's try that again. Let's put that middle point where it's supposed to be. Why?
Well,
Why?
so I think on that corner, yeah, there should be a downbeat like that.
It should go from here to here, and here to here, and here to here. Things are difficult. All right.
There we go. That's the stuff.
Oh, tier 11. You're so silly. Oops, I think I hit a space in here. I have issues. I trip over this. I know other people have had this pain as well, where I don't change focus properly. Focus being, of course, is your cursor, are you typing in text over here, or are you hitting shortcut keys over here? You guys have ever experienced this, but every once in a while, I'll come in here like this, make unique, come up here to type in 12. And what you gotta do at that point is you gotta click down here to change focus to your drawing screen. If I start typing right now, like if I hit space to go into select, I'm actually typing space over here. Just a habit to get into. Once you type, just click once out here, because that can be pretty frustrating when you're end up with a bunch of layers called L or M or space. Just throwing that one out for free because I think I actually saw somebody commenting on that maybe even earlier today. All right, so I'm going to come into these. Whoops. Oh! I was doing so good. So good. All right.
There you go, losing your center points again.
I still got these little edges to do, so I'm still good here. Okay. All right. So all you smarty math guys, this is a grand total of 13 floors.
I think that's right.
Okay. So
the difference plus one.
Take this.
It's the way someone stated earlier, which is a good way of
option 12x. That gives me a total of 122.
So you did 12. You had your original plus 12. Did you do the previous tier all messed up?
Let's see. Previous tiers at 109.
We gained one too many that time around, and we were one short.
Yes, but I know why. Because
Good.
if I drag like this, what's that little red thing showing up there? That's an extra component. That is my locked center point, which I've been counting as a floor.
Oh. Wah wah. So
yeah.
We need to go back through the whole thing.
Should probably just leave for the holiday break now. No, actually,
sort of
when we went back and cleaned stuff up, we were in a good spot. So it's not too far back here that I messed that up. So here, this should be 98. So I got to add one here, and I got to subtract one here. This is an easy fix.
Subtracting is super easy.
Yeah. All right, so if I do that, and I select here down to here, that gives me 109. So I think, again, I think I can just erase this one, scoot this one up. And now if I do this, I have 122. All right. 123. 123 floors. You guys didn't think you'd tune in and just count stuff, did you? Like Sesame Street here. All right.
Could be worse. Could be modeling a circuit board.
Oh, boy. Can only get better. All right. So now what you're telling me is right here, I got 15 floors. This is 124. Take that. And that should be 138. You guys know what you're talking about. All right. Let's throw the next floor up on here. Another 15. Put this here. Move it. Ooh, this is a big building. Just realized that.
Yeah, supposedly one of the biggest, or at least tallest.
Wait a minute. Why am I off by? Oh,
Skip a tier.
no! I just did a bunch extra. this one's only 5 floors. I put 15 in. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay.
Quick save.
Boom.
Turning off the mic so I can crunch some more.
Okay. See you in a sec. See you on the other side. All right. And now we'll take this. Option copy that up to here. We're going to hit some weird stuff in a second here because, oh no, wait. Let me clean it up first. Tier 13. So I'm kind of feeling like, can I just go? Yeah. Option copy that up over here. That's some free sound effects I just made.
You're going to want that center line now moving forward, I think.
Yeah, now I gotta hold on to it.
It's even in the reference image. Have those been there all along?
Yeah, they have. But I am kind of rebellious by nature and chose to ignore it, apparently. Copy this over to here.
Rebellious by nature or naughty by nature?
I grew out of naughty a long time ago. It's 15. All right. Grab this guy. Grab 13. I'm going to get rid of that. And I'm going to place it before I push pull it. So I'm going to grab it. There we go. Once it's in place, I'll get rid of that line and push it up 4.
Keggy's here doing the math for you. 4's right.
That puts me at 148. I did one too many. I think I did four total. No, 4 total. There should be 4 total.
For after the first.
There we go. I just need to use my fingers. I just need to know, I need to own who I am. All right. Tier 14.
Each of these is 4. They're all four chunks.
Nice. See, chunks. Now there's a word I can understand. Yeah, that's the problem. I was using that highfalutin word of stories, or
they're not stories. Stories are told with words.
Oh, that's where we're at, huh?
Yeah.
All right, make unique. All right, I'm gonna take this. I did remember to make it unique. I did not remember to rename it there. All right, there's 16. I just did the thing I told you about. Click out. There we go.
Way to show by example. Right. Teach by example.
My problem is I have shortcut keys on my mouse, and my default like clean up and start over command is to just tap my thumb button, which is the space bar. And that's not the correct thing. Ooh, that's not right either, though. Hold up. This is actually 2 arcs and not 1. It's hard to see. It's kind of fuzzy, but if you back up, you can kind of see that. There we go. That's better. Slide that right over here and make it unique. Some repetitive commands happening. Make unique and rename seems to be the thing. But this will be easy because I can grab this little thing here. There we go. Copy that. No, like literally copy that. Oop, didn't make unique. Didn't make unique.
This is fun. This is great. I should be drinking. This is well,
it's late.
Fun drinking game going.
You know, rules have changed with this whole work at home thing, so. All right, let's take this up 4. Copy that. Stick it right here. This part's getting quicker. 3x. Whew. This is a really cool looking building. Sanity check real quick. 155, 155. Oh, I love it when a plan comes together.
It only took you an hour and 10 minutes to finally find your groove.
Hey, I'd say there's probably some parts in life that I'm still working on that, so I'll take it.
Nice. So nice thing about, since these are each its own layer like this, you can make a cake pretty easily.
That is true. I mean, the structuralness of said cake will be an issue after, say, here, but you could do it. One could.
In theory. Well, so you just have a component that goes up the middle.
That is essential. Copy that up. 3x. Oh, we're almost there. We're almost there. We're almost there. See, this is where stuff's starting to get a little. No, not yet. Like, so these still look like this. Up here, where it starts to just say the word starting now. I'm not really sure how many of these to put on here, so we may have to like dig in here and just start counting, I guess. So with this one in particular, I can push this up 4. But if we look, let's see, between this red line and this green line, I guess we'll just stick with 4 for the time being and see when it starts to not work. That's how they do architecture, right?
Okay, so they're basically, at this point, they're calling it a spire because it's not a floor. It's not inhabited.
I buy that. That is cool looking. That is a cool building. All right, let's get some more tiers cleaned up. Oop, now I gotta rename that one. Call this tier 19. I did it again.
So Lucas said on Facebook that whenever the building was first opened, a chocolatier actually made one of these out of chocolate.
Wow, that's a lot of chocolate. Well, I mean, I guess really that's an assumption because it could have been like this big.
Yeah. Nice thing is when you work really small, it doesn't have to be as precise. You just be like, eh.
I get that. Oh, just did a thing. Take 19, copy it over here. Oh, learning. Why have you shunned me?
The fact that you're correcting it means you are learning, Aaron. Just to be clear.
Good thing I don't learn quickly because then you guys wouldn't have an opportunity to learn. Let's go with that. let's make it pseudo intentional.
Nice.
I meant to do that. You know, learning. All right. Hey, look at that. I did it. I did it. Should probably quit now. Tier 21. All right.
So basically everything above floor 163 is just considered spire. It's interesting that there's still effectively a shape for every one of those, though.
Yeah, there's definitely figure out what happens here. Oh, this goes from an innie to an outie, or outie to an innie right there in that corner.
Again, architecture term. Nice.
I know, that's, yeah. Didn't formally study as an architect. I just picked up the lingo as I went through. All right, so now I can grab these guys. Yes, okay. I should have locked my drawing layer too. I keep accidentally selecting it.
Hindsight. Look at, you're only on tier. You're only 800 meters in the air by now.
Yeah, I should clamp into my chair, huh? Slip.
Put your harness on.
That's right. All right, so I'm grabbed by one of these points. Woo! We're almost there. We're almost there. There we go. Next.
So these are probably at least big enough a person could climb up in there, right? You just start to get a little claustrophobic here pretty soon.
I would think so. I mean, this is pretty large. So if I look at hold up, let me pull a dimension. And this whole thing across the short distance is 16 meters. So that's like, I don't know what that is in American units.
Let's multiply it times 3.3.
Yeah, I don't know what that is either.
I don't know. We'll call it 52 feet or something like that.
Yeah, big enough to walk a little. Stretch your legs. You can stretch your legs in that. is a really, really cool building though. All right. So here's the final push. Rotate that along this line. Copy that over. Make unique. Call it 23. Rotate that up. I don't need those lines. I'm going to erase them all eventually, so copy that over. I guess I don't really have to copy it onto the picture once I got the rhythm down, but I feel like I'm checking off something on a checklist, you know? I did it. Oh, come on, man. How many times? I've done it 23 times now. Make unique. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to yell, you guys. I lost my temper. Okay. There we go. 24 is done. Copy that.
Just like that. How many left?
3 left.
It's interesting that it started going back into the lobe setup there at the top again. I thought we were just going to have little bean-shaped rotations.
Yes, we don't actually have like a circle ever. It's always this division. If I grab this by one of these corners, that should line up with what I got up here now. Yep. Let me just say copy that. 3x. It's funny, I know I'm working at this like in a, infinite scale setup because the way the sizes are, but I feel like it's taking me longer to zoom out and zoom back in as it gets bigger. Well, I mean, I guess it really is.
You got more to take in.
But it's like I gotta.
Unfortunate that as it gets tall and skinny, you lose kind of the appreciation of kind of how awesome it is, especially down lower. It looks like Jean from the chat actually posted his result up on the forum.
Oh, speedy!
And his version, I mean, since it has to be tiny, kind of looks like the Empire State Building, which is not intended to be a slight to him. It's just tall, skinny building.
Yeah, I guess once you step back far, well, on the Wikipedia page, they had kind of profiles of the different tallest buildings up against each other. And yeah, if you zoom out far enough, it's like gray thingy this big, gray thingy this big, gray thingy this big. So yeah, that is very true. Make unique, tier 26. Oh, I think I'm unintentionally going to end up with a circle here at the end.
It's just because you're working at a smaller scale. It's not really a circle; it just looks like a circle.
Circle-ish. Yep. Yeah, I ended up making a circle. That still works. All right, I'm gonna come in here, get rid of these lines, push it up 4. Push that up 4. Whoops.
Oh, have you saved lately? When was the last time?
It may have been a little while. What is going on here? Did I nest something?
Do you remember? Can you remember the last time you saved?
3 seconds ago.
Oh, broke your arc.
Kind of saw that one coming when I was copying that thing around. All right. I can also get out of X-ray now. I don't like working in X-ray. I know
So here's my suggestion: is now stack those 3 while you're still on the ground there. Do all your stacking there, and then move that whole thing up to the top. That way you're not doing the zoom
See,
out.
there we go. Working smarter, not harder.
Look at that. That's so much faster.
It is. I don't have to zoom all the way. I mean, that's like thousands of meters of zooming I have to do.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, think how tired your mouse has to be.
Yeah, we got a break coming up. It'll be okay. That's actually I want to throw that question out, you guys who are here with us. We got holidays, whatever holiday it is you celebrate. We're coming up on the holiday season. During the holidays, do you guys use SketchUp? You guys get out there for fun, or you catch up on work if the office is closed? Do you sketch up during the holiday season? Dang, that is a cool looking building. All right, well, we can't really check floors because spire, but there we go. Cover that center. Kunal has a lot of software that he uses. I think that's normal. I think that's what you're supposed to do. Slugwar's doing some home renovation designs over the holidays. That's what I like to hear. That's fun modeling. That's enjoyable, right? And Jeff 553 says he only uses SketchUp as just for fun.
Even if it's for work, it's just for fun, right?
Same with Keggy. Huh? Fun. Look at all the funs. 3D printing doesn't know holidays, Scotty says. That's right. Well, you could get filament for Christmas or something like that, so it could be. Oh, you know what? I was gonna check. Yeah, who just said that? Keggy said, "How tall is it?"
You can't look at it. So Andy posted a while ago a picture, like a clip from YouTube, and it's like a super zoomed in video of Tom Cruise sitting in a little chair on the very tippy top.
You know, I don't really have a fear of heights, but 800 plus meters is a ways up there.
See, I mean, obviously, if you fell, you'd be dead at the bottom, right?
That's true.
A long time for you to be considering your impending death.
All right, we got. You guys are math guys, right? So somebody out there can do the calculation. How long would it take you to fall 828 meters? Just a ballpark.
So have you seen those videos where someone's like standing on the top of like the Hoover Dam or some really tall dam, and they take like a basketball and they just drop it, and they like do a spin, and it shows this thing curving out, and it goes and lands, super far away from the base. I wonder if that would happen to a human.
I think humans would flail more.
Yeah.
Basketball stays calm and cool as it falls. That's what it does. Okay, Nerman did some math and says it would be 83 seconds to fall that far. That's over a minute.
I think that may or may not be real numbers. I'm not sure, but YouTube actually has the correct answer.
What does YouTube say? Oh, wait.
The rest of your life.
Ooh, that's dark and funny.
Dark.
So I was a little bit off. If I come over and look at the picture that's posted in the forum, there are some mechanical floors that are different sizes than the standard floors, and they're not evenly distributed. There'll be a mechanical floor that looks like it's maybe a whole meter taller than the rest every few floors. So
oh yeah. So give or take a few. There can be some scaling errors there.
So what we could do, so I mean, just to get us, so the people who don't watch this, you know, those guys, we could take this right here, we could scale it and get it to exactly, or close to exactly. So 223.9 meters tall. We averaged together the floor heights to do that, but it's still very big. Yeah, I was reading that there's actually been a couple people who have base jumped off the top. Two base jump pirate types who snuck up, and 2 people at least who have gone off officially. But man, that's nuts. And yeah, Tom Cruise. That was which one of the Mission Impossibles? Does anybody remember which one it was? That
was it Ghost Protocol?
He jumped. I'll be honest. I have lost track of what happened in which one at this point.
Well, I mean, it's basically the same thing. Are you on the forum right now? Because Andy's over here saying, "Look at the forum."
Jean or Jean? Yeah, that's. I would not do that. Oh, but you know what? Hold on. You have to just. I don't, like I was saying this before. I don't really have a fear of heights, but I don't love heights. So,
it's just sort of an ambivalent relationship. You have a relationship. It's complicated, I guess.
Well,
as
I'm just saying, 800 plus meters is pretty darn high in the sky. So I think most people who don't have a fear of heights would have an uneasy feeling about being that high up in the sky. I would think. But that's just me. That's just me. That's my opinion. I was going to try to, as I say, I don't really have the ability to do that, to go up there, but I was going to try to use the green screen to pop me in Tom Cruise's place, but I can't figure out a way to do it right now with where we're at with broadcasting with OBS. But yeah, hey, look what we did. Oh.
It's pretty cool. Oh, so I wonder what which floor is the one with the actual observation deck?
There's so there's floors up to the 100, so somewhere around here. I think there's some private that post that was of the sections might actually show where you can go and where you can't.
Let's see.
The concrete
mechanical is corporate suites 149 to 150. At the top, observatory is 148.
Wow, that's a ways up there.
I would have to do it like Ferris Bueller style, where you like get up there and you lean out and put your forehead against the glass, so it's a little bit out of control. But
I guess you could try that. That would be interesting. That would be something. Well, so it was Ghost Protocol.
Yep.
Shell Raiders asking on Twitch where we're reading these from. We're actually streaming through a service called Restream, so we get to see YouTube, Facebook, and Twitch chats all in one space. So we get it all at once, but YouTube is the spot. If you're looking to chat while we watch this, you might watch on YouTube next time, because we love our Twitch people, everybody who hangs out on Twitch, but the vast majority, like 160 people more, are over on YouTube. That's definitely our big spot. Oh, somebody wants to see a human next to it for scale. We can do that. Here's Sumele standing next to the Burj. Ooh, hey, you know what? Because this Sumele has no fear of heights.
Boom.
Take that, Tom Cruise.
So I'd heard some time back, like all of the world's beaches were having their sand stolen and sold off to one of these countries so that they could create their own little fake sand islands, man-made sand islands. But I'm wondering how much of that sand also had to get turned into this glass. There's a lot of glass in that building.
Well, there's a lot of like up to like 140 floors or something like that. No, 156. So the concrete comes up to like here. That's a lot of concrete.
That's a lot of concrete.
That's pretty cool. Well, guys, I think we are here. We have made it to this point where we have a model of probably one of the most requested buildings recently that we've had, and I'm glad we did it. That was a fun one, if not a bit repetitive, but definitely a cool model to get to make.
It's a good video to show process.
Yeah. So I mean, that's, this is not a pull up the profile and trace it and pull it up kind of building that you can do with a lot of buildings. This one's actually, you definitely have to put your time in, put your clicks in. So I want to throw it out again. Mills suggesting a geodesic dome. All right. That's a thought.
So I saw early on a Parthenon suggestion.
Ooh, that would be fun.
Like, could we revisit the previous video where you made all the columns and you just
go grab one,
redraw? Yeah. And we'll just put a link saying, refer to this video to see how we did the columns.
That's true. We could, but I don't know how much is there to the Parthenon if you don't model the columns? Is the top enough to actually spend time on? That's a thought. The Disney sphere. Are you talking about the Epcot globe? That's a crazy shape. I don't know how many faces that has. Sebastian's asking if we have figures. We do. Jody's is kind of famous. Jody has a famous.
Yeah, I'm kind of a big deal right now.
One
person finally used my component in a model they posted on Instagram. I'm pretty sure nobody's ever used my component before.
No, that's not true. Because if you recall correctly, there was a piece of software that came out from a competitor that actually had your face on the front page of their software. Yeah,
oh,
we had a competing software. I'm not going to say names, but a software which directly competed in the architectural space with SketchUp had Jody and Aiden, I believe, as Face Me components on their front page of their website.
I'm impressed because my pose could be better. I think you've got one of the best poses for reusability, at least for sticking the guy up front in proper Aaron style with the big arms upraised. And
yeah, which is kind of funny because that shot was kind of so when you start at SketchUp, one of the things they do is they pull you into the front room and they go, okay, let's take some pictures of you, and then they give you the picture and then you go make your own Face Me component as a way of learning SketchUp. So I just kind of like Matt, some of you guys remember Matt was our videographer, photographer at the time. He said, give me another pose, and I was like, and he took a shot of it, and that's what I used, because normally everybody else is like this or like this. There's like some standard poses that they put you in, but
so back when we did mine, it was suggested that you do some sort of point, because people always they always need more components of somebody pointing to a thing. So you have all these different poses for pointing, and so I went ahead and did my Clinton thumb point, which is a non-threatening point.
Non-accusatory point. It's a general gesture.
Exactly.
Awesome.
Jeff's wondering where the blueprint came from. Jeff, we got this. Aaron pulled this picture off of Wikipedia. It's technically not even a blueprint. It's just an image.
Yeah, just a profile. I have no idea how accurate it is either.
Transom
right.
says one of Gaudi's buildings. I don't even know what that entail.
I think I've heard that.
Ideas.
I've heard that request before. Sebastian is pointing out that you are not wearing shoes in your figure either.
For a long time, that was pretty much standard Jody attire at the. Gaudi did like that crazy building in Italy that nobody. It looks like it was made by bugs.
Oh, I don't like it.
For a long time, I pretty much walked around the whole office just barefoot all the time.
Awesome.
Oh, that's in Spain, not Italy.
Well, you know what, guys? I will put up a topic in the forum, or actually we have some. I guess we could just resurface and pin something that says what should we model, and we can get some ideas. Like I said, what we're going to start doing is in that the forum thread, we have that schedule. There's a calendar there. And we'll put up what we're going to schedule for, or what we're going to actually model for the next few months. We'll just start populating that, and you guys can decide which ones you want to come to and which ones you really want to come to. And
so
then,
I have a different idea here is have a session where you pretend to be a certain type of SketchUp user. Today, I am a Disney ride designer.
Oh,
so you got to do a Disney ride.
Ooh, that could be fun. I'm not opposed to that. That'd be a good time. So yeah. Any ideas you have, I guess we'll take that too. I'm enjoying this. I'm flipping through or reading through the comments. I don't get to do this often enough, but yeah, awesome. Well, you know what? Hey guys, that seems to be everything I could think of to do or talk about. So I think we're as there as we're going to get. So that was actually a fairly quick model compared to what we've done in the past, but hey, when the model's done, it's done sometimes.
Here's what I think. I think you're just getting better.
Aww.
You're getting faster.
See, one of the things we've done a lot in the past is when we've chosen or selected models, we've picked models that had variable levels of detail, right? So we could go in and keep working on a model until we decided, oh, we're at about 2.5 hours, or we're somewhere in there, and then we would say stop adding detail. This one definitely had, like, I feel like there's 2 levels of detail. There's just the basic layout, then there is another level of probably too much detail. Because you can't go in here and just start adding like glass panels to one floor or something like that. You have to add it to hundreds of floors. So you immediately launch from a basic shape into a lot of stuff.
We're going to be here a while. Tune in next week to see if Aaron's made it to the 112th floor yet.
That's about it. So at that point, we'll just call it. So thank you guys so much for showing up, for watching. We won't be here for the next 2 weeks. Both Jody and I will be off for the holidays. We will be coming back the first Wednesday of the new year, though. January 2021. I think it is, what's the date? The 6th? Is that right? That Wednesday? Something like that.
I'm backing out. I'm clicking as fast as I can. Furiously.
I'm stalling. Oh, it's like free falling for 83 seconds here.
6th. The 6th, 13th, and the 20th.
Yes. So starting with that is still the first Wednesday of 2021. We will be right here modeling something based on your input from the forums or some idea we come up with between now and then. So happy holidays, happy new year, happy whatever you celebrate, and we will see you guys sometime in the future.
See you next year. You're missing out on the whole see you next year.
See you next year. Sorry, you're right. I missed that. All right. See you guys.
See you guys.